it's Carrie. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing card number 8 in my holiday card series for 2017. And we're going to be using this adorable die set from Cheery Lynn Designs. This is the Tree Rex die set. And it is so super cute. Actually, I was asked by one of my family members to make a card for her granddaughter. And her granddaughter loves dinosaurs, and so but she wanted to send her obviously a Christmas card, so I had to go on the hunt because obviously I didn't have anything in my stash already, and I found this die on the website Simon Says Stamp website. I'll get it out in a minute. On their website, and I thought this was just absolutely perfect for me to make for her, and I thought I would go ahead and share with you the process of me making it here on my channel. So I'm just going to first separate all of the pieces here that are obviously put together in manufacturing. So, and I'm just taking my little wire snips here to get those all apart. And then off camera, I went ahead and die cut all of the elements that I need to create my dinosaur. And you could do this multiple different ways. You could go ahead and cut them out or die cut them out with white cardstock and color them however you'd like. Or obviously you could do what I have done and use colored cardstock. And I wanted to use colored cardstock for one, because for me personally, I thought it would be easier and quicker. And two, it's just, like I said, it's just a quicker way to get those elements. Now, of course, you're obviously going to be die cutting quite a bit of cardstock if you do this. Now, and I would suggest just using cardstock scraps, of course, because this is a perfect way to use up those scraps. So I thought I'll go ahead and add some shading onto my little dinosaur first before I started putting him together. You could leave him just as is if you wanted to, but I wanted to add just a little bit of depth and dimension to him because he's just, it's just flat, and it really does make a big difference on the overall look of the dinosaur. So I'm just taking some various colors of Copic markers that I felt that matched this would be a good contrast color to my dinosaur. So I'm just taking some lighter one. I took a lighter or a darker, I think it was G24 Willow, added that, and then I added a G21 to kind of blend it out. Now taking my colorless blender. This is just my colorless blender, so there's no color to it whatsoever. But I'm just going all over the whole entire thing, and this is going to help blend out those edges, and it's also going to help smooth out those any of those lines that I created with the marker that I used. So again, like I said, this is no color whatsoever. It makes it look like it's going to be darker, but once it is just all it is basically straight alcohol. So with no color to it, so it helps the overall look, and you can kind of see there how that turns out. I also wanted to add some shading onto his legs. So I'm doing the same process here, doing that with his legs. And then I thought I would add some dot detail just to give a little bit of extra detail to the overall look of my dinosaur. So I'm just taking another Copic marker here. I believe this is YG63. I'm just dotting this all over the back of him, little edges of his back, and then a little bit underneath his body there, and then some on his legs too. So, and this really does make a huge difference in the overall look. So now I'm going to start going ahead and assembling my little dinosaur here. So I'm going to first take some liquid glue and just add a little bit of glue on the edge of this, on his back leg is what I'm going to call it, to put on the back of his body or the other side of his body. And I'm just holding up the other one there just to get the right placement. And then whenever I add the leg, his little leg on the outer portion of his body, or for what we see, I want to add a little bit of foam dimension or foam tape to him. That way it'll just give a little bit of extra dimension to his body there. You could also add, somehow or another, you could probably add this little function. It would be kind of cute, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, this would be a really cute idea too. Now that they make, little small action wobbles, they've got the huge ones and now they've got the little mini ones. It'd be super cute to put one of those on his leg too, because I know that this would be small enough to fit on that one leg, and you could have a little action wobble to his leg. That'd be a cute idea too. So if anyone does that, I would probably, I would love it if you would tag me on social media if you ever do that. So just an idea here that I just thought of. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to assemble the pieces onto my dinosaur. Next, I'm going to add a little Santa hat. I thought it would be a fun element because obviously this is going to a little girl, even though she loves dinosaurs. And that I thought, add a little glitter to the Santa hat. So I thought it would be perfect to go ahead and die cut this with some silver glitter cardstock and add just a little bit of extra shine and shimmer to the little Santa hat here. And it'll make it look like a little female dinosaur too. So I'm just adding a little bit of glue on the edge there to get that in place. And using my tweezers for something like this has been enormously helpful because there's so many little pieces to this. So, it's just essential to have tweezers anytime that you are crafting, especially with little pieces like this. So now I'm going to work with the smallest pieces ever that in this die set, and that's the little light bulbs because of course you can see the little lines that's through his body, and that represents the string to these lights. So I'm just going to add little dots of multi-matte medium glue here, and I'm just taking my little my pickup tool here. This is the jewel picker from Marvy, and this is probably the best way that I could possibly do this for me because normally I don't usually go for die sets like this because of these little pieces, because it kind of frustrates me, to be quite honest with you. But this actually was super easy to do since I already had them all die cut and just kind of pick them up with my little jewel picker there, and it went by really, really quickly. So now I'm going to add his little bitty arms to his little body there, or her body rather. And going to get those into place. And then I'm going to take the little star that I die cut from gold glitter cardstock and add that star right into the middle of his arms there. And it looks like she is holding the little star to the tree. So super cute. I love how it turned out. And then later I will go ahead and add an eye. You will see what I'm going to do about the eye here in just a moment. But I wanted to work on the little background of my card here. So I'm taking this stencil from MFT, and it's just like what do they call it? Hillsides and Drifts, I believe, stencil. And I just kind of added some little illusions of some hillsides of snow onto this panel. And then I'm taking this Let It Snow stamp set from Fawn and just adding, they've got this little strip of snow, and I'm just kind of stamping that down, just making it look like that it's actually snowing onto this panel. And that really adds to the overall scene too. So I'm just kind of placing my dinosaur on this. You will see me several times kind of place a dinosaur as for placement and see where I like it. I felt though that it needed just a little bit of extra something in the background to make the illusion that the dinosaur obviously is bigger than anything else on this panel. So I am going to use the trees also in this same stamp set, the Let It Snow stamp set. And I'm going to stamp out some of these trees in the background and give it the illusion of obviously the dinosaur being up close and those trees are in the background. And I feel that it really added a lot to that background. So I love how that portion turned out as well. Next I'm going to work on I don't know if you really call it the sentiment, but it is part of the die set. It's just it says Tree Rex, which is super cute. And I also die cut and colored off camera some presents. And it's from that Let It Snow stamp set still. And I thought that would go ahead and add just overall to the whole look of this entire card. So I'm really enjoying how this is coming together. It's actually coming together. I think it took me overall in total, I believe 40 minutes to make this, with between, taking it out of the package, taking them apart and then doing all the die cutting and the stamping, and obviously what you're seeing me now do is putting this card together. I think overall it took me about 40 minutes, which is not too bad for something like this. So I've got my little dinosaur now into place with my multi-matte medium glue. And now I'm just going to add these little words here, the Tree Rex words, onto the card. And I have these little googly eyes that I thought was super cute to add to this dinosaur. You can add back in the cardstock that gets die cut out, but I thought this would add just an overall fun effect to the dinosaur. and that overall fun feel of this whole entire card. So now I die cut off camera 2 pieces of cardstock. The black is from the, well actually the white and the black is from the Femme Frames die set from Mama Elephant. And then I'm just going to back that onto a piece of pure poppy cardstock for my card base. And just add my liquid glue onto that. And then for a final embellishment to my card, I'm going to take my Wink of Stella clear shimmer pen and add just a little bit of shimmer to those light bulbs there. And it's going to complete the overall look and shimmer and shine of the entire card. So that completes my card for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. This is just a really fun and different card for me to do, and I'm so happy that I was asked to make something like this because normally I wouldn't have. But I hope you enjoyed. This would be a great card for kids too. I will see you all in my next video. Bye-bye.